Hi, my name is Dr. Scott Young with Hearing Solutions Centers, and today we're going to talk about over-the-counter hearing aids. Coming right up. Now, there's so much confusion going on about the over-the-counter hearing aids. You see, back in 2017, 2018, several members of Congress and Senate tried to come up with an idea about over-the-counter hearing aids. And what they were trying to push is that they wanted to have people be able to afford hearing aids. And I talked to a bunch of senators and congressmen who were so convinced by it because they're like, you guys charge way too much. And the answer is these people that have, we're worried about having the money to do this. The over-the-counter hearing aids that these people are talking about, these places are talking about, are still $1,500 for a pair. That still is way more than those people can afford. They're missing the boat on so many levels. And then we see Congress and Senate are really pushing back on the over-the-counter thing. And frankly, I'm not worried about it. You know why? Because those hearing aids, they say perceived mild to moderate hearing loss. And that is just a crock. The reality is perceived mild to moderate hearing loss is what? You answer that one for me, and I'll go there with you. The answer is I have no idea what that is. I know what it is, but I don't know what the people of the world perceive it as. Because the reality is, if you walk into a dining hall, you walk into a restaurant, you walk into a church, whatever that is, you could say, well, how would you define hearing losses in the world? You'd say that person can hear words and that person can't hear words. If that person can't hear words, that means a severe hearing loss. The person over here, you might just say, well, they're not listening. What in the world is perceived mild to moderate hearing loss? It's just a way that Bose and several other of these major corporations pushed in earmarks into the legislation. It's the sickness of the system. That's why I'm not worried about it, because over-the-counter hearing aids have no more than about 25 to 30 decibels of amplification, which is only for the mild of hearing loss. We're talking about borderline normal to mild. You're telling me that that is going to affect the people who have a moderate hearing loss? Come on, stop. It's never going to affect it. And the reality is over-the-counter things have been around forever. We have mail-in order hearing aids all over the place. Lloyd's hearing aids, Lloyd's Behind Their Hearing Aids was doing it for 25 years ago. The reality is the return rate for those kinds of hearing aids is upwards of 35 to 50%. That means 35 to 50% of the people just don't like this thing. Why would that be a good answer for most people? I have patients that walk in about this all the time and they say, should that be a good answer for us? No. And then normally, here's what happens. They try to get some online hearing aid and put it on Pops. And Pops has got a massive, severe hearing loss. And it does a tiny bit, but it doesn't amplify effectively. It's underfit every single time that I watch it. Every time. Now, if you think I'm a little bit irritated at it, you're right. Because this is a sick part of the system. But you know what? You can do whatever you want to. If you want to buy over-the-counter, you want to sell your over-the-counter, that's fine with me. But we will not participate in the over-the-counter debate, because the only people that we will handle are the people who have maybe a borderline normal hearing loss in that way of an over-the-counter devices. Now, we are going to be coming out with over-the-counter types of things, but it's going to be in a Bluetooth medical grade device. But we will not do the silly over-the-counter things. And we won't go that way, because I'm not going to defraud my people, because I respect you too much to do the wrong things for you. And I normally find a way to be able to help my patients. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, I know this is a charged debate, but I wanted to push this out at you because I am not worried about the over-the-counter stuff. And you know what? We can stay up with the technology, and we do every single day. So thanks so much for listening. If you want to subscribe or check it out, check us out a little bit further.